If you wanna be an overcomer, you'll have to face all your giants. Will you have the faith to pick out?
There's an exciting program that we have every year for the young at heart, which we call an adventure tour. And this year, this coming year, 2016, we're going to have that again. And I'm sitting here with the person who will be leading that tour, who's been doing it for a number of years now, successfully doing it for a number of years, with Zuan. Zuan, welcome. I want to start out by saying the last couple of years, we've had really wonderful testimonies about young people who's been here and whose lives have been changed. And they went back, and not just their lives were changed, but also their parents were influenced by that.
Yeah, the last couple of years that we've done the tour, there's been significant changes in some of the young people's lives, and we've seen from going from the tour and 2-3 years later how they've progressed and excelled in their own spiritual lives, but have also been able to change their communities through what they've learned on the tour.
Well, you know, I've received your itinerary for this year, and this is really wonderful. Now, if I look at this, I see that the tour for this year is going to be from the 26th of June until the 8th of July. And so I see that you guys are going to start in a little bit different way than what you normally did the tour. Normally you would first go and do things outside and then come to Jerusalem. But this year, you're doing it differently.
Yes, this year we're going to be coming to Jerusalem first. We'll be in Jerusalem for 2-3 days, and then we'll be traveling down to the Galilee. We'll be in the Galilee for about 4 days. We'll be down in the Dead Sea area for 1 day. Then we'll be traveling all the way down south to Eilat for 2 days, and we'll end off the tour again in Tel Aviv, where it's more a time of reflecting on what happened on the tour and just sharing with one another your experience that happened on the tour with you personally, and between yourself and the friendships that you've built during the days together on the tour.
So if I understand you correctly now, it's really a time also of building relationships with one another. Now, I know that in the past what you've done was that somebody could come and he could bring some people that he was busy discipling, that he was working with, that he was saying, let me build a relationship with this. Is that what you're going to do again this year?
Well, I think anybody can bring whoever they want. We do break up the groups. For example, this past year, we had a whole group that came from Brits, we had a group that came from Riversdale, and we had some people from the Johannesburg area. And it was nice to be able to, when we broke up the groups, to say, listen here, you came with this guy from Brits, and he's the person that speaks into your life spiritually, so you guys go with him. The people from Riversdale area, they all went with me, and then the people from Johannesburg, they all went with another person.
So it's actually a great opportunity for somebody who's working with young people and who wants to build a team to say, let me bring a couple of people along with me, and this way I can build a relationship with them, and it gives me an opportunity to spend extended time now with those people here while we are in Israel, and afterwards just continue that relationship.
Yes, the nice thing about having those team leaders, if you can so call, on the tour was that I could actually spend quality time with them in the evenings before we go out the next day. And I also give those people a chance when God tells me, listen here, at this site, I feel that this person should speak about this. And it was really nice to see the growth this past year, because it was the first time that I could do that. That the input that all of those team leaders also had on the group. So it wasn't just myself teaching the whole time every day, but I also gave a couple of people the chance to speak, and even some of the children on the tour. Oh. And just by doing that, you're building the confidence of the young people to also go back and make a change in their communities when they go back.
Well, I want to say I see there's some really wonderful things that you guys are going to be doing. There's hiking, but then when you're up in the Galilee, I see the guys are also going to have a battle over there. Tell us about that.
It's one thing that we didn't actually want to put in the first tour a couple of years ago, but then we decided, okay, we have to fill a gap, and I said, oh, let's play paintball. So, and that's been one of the most exciting events on the tour, is the paintball, the team challenges, and just the sportsmanship that comes out afterwards. Everybody would show their little scar battles, their blue marks, the places where the paintball hit them, and then laugh about it afterwards. That's one of the fun events that we do on the tour. There's a couple of other ones as well. I don't want to elaborate on everything that we do, because I don't want to give away everything, because some of the things I like to keep a surprise. But yeah, I think one other good experience that we have is the Jeep ride that we do. It's a couple of hours that we drive over the Golan, and the people that take us on the Jeep drive, they're really knowledgeable and they're really open. For instance, the driver that we had, after about hour and a half, 2 hours, we started speaking about spiritual things, and he believes that, you know, we can't be without God. And I don't want to say that he made mention of Yeshua, but you could sense there's something different in the person, and which made it the Jeep drive just more enjoyable.
Well, I see a number of other things here, like you guys are going to be snorkeling in the Red Sea, which is one of the most exciting places to go and snorkel. They're going to go on a camel ride. There is this rope park that they'll be visiting. Well, we won't speak about that one now, but so what you guys are actually doing is to combine adventure things with visiting the sites, and in such a way build spiritually into the guys' lives.
Yeah, initially when we thought about doing it, we wanted Israel to be different. We wanted Israel to be a fun place for young people to come. And then we came up with the initiative to do the sites, but also to do fun activities, adventurous activities. And it's really been successful.
Well, now let's say, how must people go about to become part of this tour? What do they need to do?
First of all, they'll have to write to info@hpetours.com, just to say that they're interested in coming on the tour and that they would like more information. As soon as they've done that, then they will receive all the information about the tour.
And then the process is on the way.
And then the process is on its way. Then it's basically paying the deposits and the tour fees, and then they just have to show up at the airport when we fly out.
Great. Now they're going to get letters to tell them exactly what to bring along.
Yeah, they'll get a letter, and it's very important for them to actually read those letters. Sometimes people come here with 2 or 3 towels, And we say it's not necessary to bring your own towel, but people do that. So it's very important that people read the letters and that they go through everything thoroughly, so that they know that they need a nice pair of hiking shoes, they need a proper pair of sandals, just to make the walk and the stay and everything more enjoyable.
Okay, so let's just speak about costs right now.
Yeah, the tour for this year will be 26,900 Rand. It is basically, it's all inclusive. It excludes the bus driver's tips and also the lunches.
And domestic flights are also not included.
Domestic flights are not included. It includes your flight, for your return flight from Johannesburg to Ben Gurion, and the bus while we're here, your accommodation, and breakfast and supper.
Okay, wonderful.
We also want to include everybody from Europe. So people traveling from Europe to come on the tour, it will be 1,300 euros.
But this is also people from America or Australia or anywhere else?
Anywhere else, but it excludes their flights. That's the price that they will pay. It's only for everything that happens in Israel.
Which is everything inclusive? Yeah?
Everything inclusive except for the bus driver's tip and lunches.
Okay.
So they have to arrange their own flights. They have to arrive a day before the tour. They can arrive on the 26th of June, which is a day earlier. And so this is just for, that price is just for people outside of Africa, outside of South Africa, where there's a arranged return flight that is booked through the tour.
Okay. Now, what I understand is if somebody will bring a group, let's say I have a youth group or I am a teacher and I want to bring some people from the school, there is an incentive that we give to somebody to say, if you bring a group, we will give you a little bit of a discounted price on your own tour. I understand that.
Yes, we've got an incentive like that because we don't want somebody that can't afford to come, but he has a whole group of 10 or 12 people that want to come, and he's basically the person that speaks spiritually into their lives. So we've got a little bit of an incentive where if the 10 of them book, then we do give him a discount on his tour or her tour, so that they are able to come with those people and still speak into their lives while traveling with them in Israel.
That's wonderful. Juan, I'm excited about what is about to happen in 2016. And we want to invite everyone who is a youth worker, who is a teacher, who is involved with a school maybe. We want to invite you. Bring a group. Start building a team. This is the opportunity to start building a team which can surround you and work with you and help you to make disciples and so fulfill the great calling. We see you in Israel in June, July on the Adventure Tour 2016.